English, Unit 6, Chapter The Talkative Barber. So I request you all, this is very nice and interesting story. Please open your English textbook page number 100. So children, before we will start this chapter, here we have a paragraph about this. Long, long ago, a sultan, whose name was Shahryar, ruled over a large kingdom. His queen was a good storyteller. Each night, she would tell a story to the king. She narrated ancient Persian and Arabic folk stories. This is one of the stories from the Arabian Nights. So children, I hope you have heard Arabian Nights name, and this is the collection of lots of stories. So let's start our story. Read this story about a man who cannot stop talking. Here in this chapter we will see about a man. He is continuously talking. So let's begin this story. In the city of Kashgar lived a barber who was a great talker. Once the Sultan called the barber to shave his head. The barber started talking non-stop instead of shaving him. The Sultan got angry. When are you going to stop talking and begin to do your work? Now here in the city of Kashgar lived a barber, and he was the great talker. He was talking too much. And once the Sultan of the king of the kingdom want to shave his head, and he called that barber. The barber started talking non-stop instead of shaving him. So instead of cutting his hair, barber started to talk, and the Sultan became very angry. And Sultan said that when are you going to stop talking and begin your work? See the next paragraph. The barber replied, "You do me an injury by calling me a chatterer, for everyone says I am very quiet. I have 6 brothers whom you might call chatterers. Their names are Bakbon, Bakbaria, Bakbak, Alkuz, Alnashi, and Shah Kabak. One is humpbacked, one is toothless, one is half blind, one is quite blind, one is deaf, and the other has a defect in his speech, and they are all great talkers. But I am the youngest of my family, and I am very quiet and sparing with words." So here Barber said, when Sultan said him talkative, so that time Barber replied that you have injured me, means you harm me, to say a chatterer, because he said that everyone says that I am very quiet person. Then he started that I have 6 brothers, and he has given the names of the brothers, and he's explained that how they were looking like humpbacked or toothless, blind, half blind, quite blind, right? And he said that I am the youngest of my family, and I am very quiet and sparing my words. Now see next page. "Give me 3 pieces of gold," the Sultan cried, losing all patience, "and send him away. I will not be shaved today." "My master," cried the barber, "it was not I who came to seek you. It was you who ordered me to come. So I will not quit your house till I have shaved you." So after his irritating talks, Sultan said that give me 3 rupees, means 3 pieces of gold, and Sultan wanted that he will go from here. So barber said that I did not come here by myself, you called me, you ordered me to come and shave you, so till I will not shave you, I will not leave your palace. He then began narrating Another story which lasted half an hour. Stop making your fine speeches and let me go quickly. I have an affair of the greatest importance. I have to go out at noon, said the Sultan. So, after that, again, that barber started the story and it was going on half an hour. And afterwards, again, Sultan became very angry and said that stop making your fine speeches and let me go quickly because I have an affair of the greatest importance. I have so many important work and I have to go out at the noon, said Sultan. See the next page. When he saw that the Sultan was really angry with him, the barber said, "Oh master, do not be angry. I will begin to shave you." Saying this, he washed the Sultan's head and began to shave. But he had not touched him even 4 times with the razor when he stopped and said, "My master, you are acting hastily in this matter." So after this, Sultan became very angry and barber said that, "Oh master, don't be angry, I will begin my work." And after that, barber have washed Sultan's head, but he did 4 times he touched, but he did not touch a razor to shave his head. And afterwards he was asking about this. So, "Go on shaving me, speak no more," ordered the Sultan. And Sultan said that, "Go on shaving me and don't speak more." "Be patient," said the barber. "Perhaps you have not considered well what you were going to do. I wish you would tell me what this matter of great importance is all about, and then I will give you my opinion on it." So Sultan said before that I have some importance, right? So this barber want to know that what importance Sultan have. So he was asking about that. And after that, "Finish shaving at once," the Sultan exclaimed. But instead of doing this, the barber left the Sultan half shaved to go and see what time it was. "My patience is exhausted," the Sultan cried. And Sultan, this barber have shaved half the head of Sultan, and in between he went to see the time. And that time the Sultan became very angry and he said, "My patience is exhausted." He became too much angry. Next paragraph, see. "Be calm, my master, and you shall be saved in a moment," said the barber, and saying this, he continued shaving the Sultan. But while he was doing this, he could not help talking, and he said that, "Be calm, my master, in few minutes you will be shaved. If you could inform me what this important affair is, I would give more advice, which you might find useful," he said. And again, this barber asked that if you will say what importance you have, then I can give some advice also, maybe it will be helpful to you. So, the Sultan was completely fed up by now and decided to satisfy the barber. He told him that he was giving a feast to some friends at noon, which was why he was in a hurry to leave. So Sultan was fed up and he decided that I will satisfy the barber because barber wants to know about the importance. So let me know. Let me inform him. So Sultan said that I have invited some friends for a feast this noon, and that is why I have to go. I am hurry in a leave. When the barber heard the Sultan mention a feast, he exclaimed, "That reminds me, yesterday I invited 4 or 5 friends to come to my house today, but I had quite forgotten it and have not made any preparations for them." The Sultan, who was at the mercy of the barber, was ready to do anything to be rid of him. So after hearing this thing, Barber said to Sultan that from your information, I remember that I have invited my 4 or 5 friends, but I forgotten and I did not prepare anything for them. So Sultan, who was the mercy of the barber, right? And he was just he want to take rid of him. So that is why he said, "Be quick and finish your work." The Sultan replied, "And you shall have all the food that has been prepared for me today." So Sultan said that you complete your work faster, and then you will get all the food whichever prepared for me. Please show me the food so that I may judge if it is enough for my 5 friends. So Barber said that show me the food so I can judge that it will be enough for my friends or not. "I have enough food for you," the Sultan exclaimed, but he ordered that all the food prepared for his feast to be brought in. Sultan said that it will be enough for you, but then also he ordered to his their servant and said to bring all the food in. The barber looked over the food and said, here you can see the picture on page number 103. "This is very good, but I shall want some fruits for the dessert also." The Sultan, in the desperation, since his head was half shaved, ordered that the fruits should also be brought in. So this barber have seen all the food and he said that, "But I will need fruits also for the dessert," and Sultan ordered fruits also to brought in. See the next page, page number 104. The barber left off shaving the Sultan to examine each dish separately. This took up half an hour. Barber started to examine all the dishes, and in this examination, this half an hour finished and he did not do shaving of Sultan's head. The Sultan stamped his feet impatiently, but the barber did not hurry. At length, however, he again took up the razor, but after a few minutes of work, stopped suddenly and cried, "I never knew that you were so generous." And after that, Sultan also became very angry, but after that, barber have taken the razor in the hand and started his work, but after few minutes work he stopped suddenly and again started to talk that, "I never knew that you were so generous." So this way this barber was very talkative and not doing his work properly, become angry also. So this is very nice and interesting story. Now we will discuss hard words, new words for this chapter. You have to pay attention. It is given in the textbook also. You have to write in your English textbook, English classwork notebook. Chatter, chatterer, answer someone who talks a lot. Defect, answer a fault. Opinion, answer what a person feels about a person, thing or subject. Exhausted, answer tired and fed up. Dessert, a sweet dish served after the main meal. Examine, to look at something very carefully. At length, at a stretch. So children, read and write these meanings in your English classwork notebook. Other exercises and question answers we will continue in the next video. Thank you.